on your neck. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listening. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey Hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping.
Welcome back, everyone, to Kate and Jimbo. It's just 13 days till Christmas Day. 2 weeks today, it'll be Boxing Day, and it'll all be over. Look at Jim's face.
Don't say that. It's not even fucking started. You're saying it's going to be over. God.
Oh, we do love Christmas. Hope everybody is doing well today. It is the Premier League preview show, and we have Jimbo and Chang with us today because Jessie, although she's a little bit better, she's got an appointment today, so she couldn't make it, but we send her lots of love. Hope it goes all right. Jess, Jimbo, first of all, how are you doing, my love?
I'm good, thank you. Looking forward to kicking Forest's arse on Sunday.
Yeah, let's hope so. That'd be nice. And Mr. Chang, how's things over in Southeast Asia?
It's looking rather gloomy, cloudy, and a bit blustery here as the monsoon has fully blown in from the South China Sea, but otherwise couldn't be better. It's been an awesome week for Spurs fans, starting with the home win against Brentford, in which we did the pre-match pump up over on Tottenham TV, and that was then coupled with Sonny's return to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for that emphatic win over Slavia Praha. And I mean, what more can we ask for as Spurs fans? 5 goals in 2 matches with back-to-back clean sheets. We have a lot to cover in this show, so I'm not going to get too carried away. Not going to get too, swept up by our back-to-back wins. But wins are wins, and I'll soak it up and enjoy it as it comes. So without further ado, back to you, Miss Kate.
Thank you, Chang. Yeah, it's not very nice here. It's cold, it's wet, it's blustery. It's not great, but hey, we're indoors, so who cares? Let's have a look who's in the chat before we crack on. We've got Anthony is in the chat telling everyone to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications. Yes, please do that. We're on the march to, I don't even know, 2,500, I suppose is the next one. We got Wayne Bonner's in the house saying, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. 2-1 Wolves tomorrow. Come on, you Wolves. Oh, that would be a dream. An absolute dream. We've got Shemtan in the house saying, afternoon, Princess Kate, Sir Jimbo, the lovely absent Jess. Hope she's okay. Yes, she has an appointment. God bless her. And the youngest looking old man, Mr. Chimichanga Chang, our East Asian correspondent. All are well today. Yes, we're good, Shem. Hope you and Mum are doing well. Ben Bryant's in the house saying, much love, Kate, Jim and Chang. Good to see you, Ben. Hope you're well. Luco's here as well. Good to see you. Chang, we'll start because obviously we haven't seen you since the pump-up show. Obviously, Tottenham had a good win against Slavia Prague. I know a lot of people were mocking the fact that it took an own goal and 2 penalties, but I think that doesn't really tell the tale of the match. What did you make of it?
I mean, we were dominant from the start to finish. And if this statistics here, which I'm reading off my screen, is anything to go by, we had an XG of 2.5 compared to only 1 for the visitors. 10 shots on target, I think, of which more than half of them were almost as good as a goal. I mean, even straight from kickoff, if you watch the game straight from kickoff, we should have scored as early as the 35th or 36th second. Under 40 seconds, that Richarlison effort miraculously almost like elbowed out of the way by the opposition keeper. And from there on in, we just set the tone. The resulting, or rather the corner from which we got the opening goal via the defender's own goal was something that any of our forwards would be proud to have nodded home. And from then on, I think we just went from strength to strength. And it's good to see the likes of Tel and Odebeer getting minutes. And I think the man of the match has to be Simons. 2 goals in 2 for him, both against Brentford and also against Slavia. Albeit the one against Slavia was a penalty, but he won it clean, fair and square. And it's great to see Kudus as well getting out the stool for his abandoned celebration against Brentford. That was fun to watch. That really was something to smile on. And I think they might have found a new celebration. Kudus with the small stool and two players beside him with bigger stools. So let's hope that camaraderie rubs off amongst each other. And let's soak up the wins as they come. But lots to do away against Forest. There are no pushovers, but I'm sure we covered that later in the preview. But as what I said earlier at the beginning of the show, 5 goals in 2 matches, back-to-back clean sheets as well. For a somewhat under fire and under heavy scrutiny, Guillermo Vicario. But I'll take the wins and bring on Nottingham Forest. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Yeah, exactly right. Jimbo, I did title the show, is this the start of Arsenal's crumble? Which was a bit of a clickbait title. Yeah, I know, Terry. Boo, Terry. Didn't even do a raid. Boo. But yeah, it's a bit of a clickbait title. But why not? Everyone else does it. Wolves Arsenal, obviously we will get onto it later, but or should I say Arsenal Wolves because it's at the Emirates. Do you think there's any way we see any sort of upset?
But the thing with the clickbait, right, is with the crumble, is you've just done it a month early because they normally crumble in January, don't they? So it's just the crumble started a bit earlier. No, they should beat Wolves. Look, I thought Wolves would beat Man United because I've watched Wolves a few times this season, and I don't think they're as bad as their points tally says. But when I watched them against United, right, they had spells where they look decent, and then they just go to pieces, don't they? As soon as they scored the goal, they dropped off and would look like they were playing for the draw. I don't know. They're just not a fucking team that are going to do well this season by the way they're playing. but they've got better players than their position says. But no, Arsenal are going to batter them, aren't they?
Yeah, big up Ash.
Arsenal are going to batter them.
Ash says it's not clickbait. Man City are winning the league. I said this nearly 2 months ago.
I think they're going to win the league as well.
Chang, are you saying Man City, or I'm still thinking it's Arsenal?
I'm still Man City all the way. I was Man City even before the first match week when we kicked this season off. What was it? More than 3 months. It's got to be 4 months ago, back in August. So I'm still very much Man City all the way. And it's good to see them close the gap to only 2 points. Who knows? They might even be top of the table come Christmas or before the turn of the year. I think it's going to be a very, very open season. If last weekend's fixtures were anything to go by, Woolwich dropping points, Chelsea dropping points, Liverpool dropping points as well. So it's going to be tight. But this is one of those seasons which I also said at the very beginning of the season when I picked City to win, that as the World Cup draws ever nearer, those players that are surefire certainties to be with their own respective national squads are going to want to reserve themselves to ensure that they board the flight to the Americas for the World Cup next summer. So I think anything can happen from between now and end of the season. But if the form book and if history is anything go by, I think the title is Cities to lose, even though it's not even Christmas yet. But we'll wait and see how this match week 15 shapes up. And I will still very much be betting heavily on City to lift the title come next summer. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
I hope you're right.
Okay, I just think to myself that when you look at how the season's panned out, right, everybody's been raving about Arsenal, how well they're playing, and Arsenal have been raving that they're going to win the quadruple, and their players, one of their players is going to get the Ballon d'Or, and we're going to win the World Cup because of Rice, and they're meant to be this absolute team that are off the planet, and yet City have had such a bad start and still 2 points behind them. But look, I'm not taking the piss out of Arsenal, and I'm not knocking them, right, because they're an exceptionally good team. I think some of their fans have got way carried away, right, because it's a very, very hard league. And you know what? Wolves could beat Arsenal. It's not impossible. I don't think they will, not for a minute. But if it happened, would some people be surprised? Probably not. This is the Premiership. But you've got to say that for me, I actually think Man City are in the box seat with the way the season's panned out.
Well, Ash sort of makes a good point because Arsenal have got to go to Man City. So if Man City win that, then that would put them ahead.
Yeah.
But I've got to be honest and say, Man City this weekend go away to Palace, and I'm not sure that's a definite Man City win.
Yeah, it is.
But look, we will go through that. I just wanted to welcome Mama Flossie, Lou, Ed, Lee, everyone that's come in. Sorry if I've missed anyone. Big up to you all. Lovely to see you. Diogo says Arsenal won't beat us at the Etihad. No, I don't think they will either. Believe me, I shall be cheering for Manchester City to smash the granny out of them. But I just wanted to touch on something Chang said about the World Cup. Obviously, it's come out that the cheapest ticket for the World Cup this year is going to be £3,000, and the flights that were like 700 are going to be 1,200. I mean, Chang, are they just pricing out normal people? What is this all about?
But you see, this is how the economy, or rather, this is how the ticketing trade works. If there is a supply, if there is a demand for it, regardless of how expensive, just how pricey they are, there still will be people who will be lining up for those tickets. And fair play to FIFA, fair play to the hosts, and also the people who are behind the scenes as far as it comes to marketing it. I think that yes, it is very, very pricey, a bit too much for my taste, but there are plenty of people out there who are going to fork it out because let's face it, it's only once every 4 years. It's not an annual event. And for all you know, a lot of these people in Americas, they have been saving up for this very purpose ever since it was announced that the Americas would be hosting this latest edition of the World Cups. So there is that upside to to trying to get the most out of revenue, as far as revenue is concerned, getting the most out of everything that they can afford to squeeze out of the patrons. But I fully agree with you that this is actually not. It's not a good way. It's not a good look. Put it this way. It's not a good look on FIFA and also the hosts. But I mean, with the current economic climate and with overinflated costs of pretty much everything, the security, the logistics, even the arrangement of the matches itself, everything has got to go up. So I really, really do hope that something does, turn out for the better for everyone involved. Because otherwise, if this isn't put a stop, I think this is only going to get worse as the years roll on, especially if we do go back to the Middle East, where I think it was heavily implied that they are going to try and build stadiums with air conditioning, if you can even believe that, stadiums with indoor air conditioning, which I think is is going to be a financial nightmare. So I think this is one of those ways where they're trying to gauge just how eager fans are to part with their money. And to anyone who's going, I hope you you know what you're doing, because yeah, if I were there, I mean honestly, if I were an American or if I were a Mexican or a Canadian, I'd much rather be watching it on the telly rather than having to probably pay a whole month's wages to watch a single match. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
I do wonder whether they're trying to justify it by making. I know that Ash has said that at the final they're going to have a pre-show, halftime show, 2 water breaks per game. I do wonder whether they do a little halftime show at every match just to try and justify the ridiculous prices that they've put on there. But it used to be a working man's sport, football. It certainly isn't that anymore.
Hey, can I just say to you, in the 90s, I think it was 94, 95 season.
Yeah.
The World Cup was in America. And I was living in America and I went to a few games. And it was so easy to get tickets and their prices were so reasonable. I went to a few games. I think it was 94, 95. And it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, big up to Belgrade Wanderer. Not Warrior, Wanderer. Good to see you. Chris Peters is in the house as well. Good to see you, Chris. As always, Joey Barton's here and says Woolwich won't win the league and the tears will be glorious. I told anyone that would listen weeks ago they won't win the league. I do. I hope you're right. I really do. Chris Peters says, I couldn't imagine there will be any club pre-seasons in the US. It's been saturated with football lately. Or should that be soccer? Call it soccer. John Stokes says the water breaks in the World Cup are for commercials. I love the fact the World Cup's so expensive. Who needs a hostile atmosphere, prawn sandwiches and rosé wine all the way? I'm really looking forward to the halftime show already. One bit of good news before we delve into the football scores for the weekend. I did just see this on Alistair Gold's X account. It's Dominic Solanke's Instagram, and he has put a picture of him playing football with 2 egg timers, suggesting that he's not far away. There's been a lot of rumours about doping scandals, all sorts of things. But when I saw him at the match midweek, I said to Jim, if there was something involved with doping, he wouldn't have been allowed to be at the Slavia Prague game. They would have kept him well away. Chang, does that image give you a little bit of hope that we might actually see Dominic Solanke sometime soon?
I mean, honestly, the amount of times we've heard, oh, he's just his return is just around the corner. He'll be back sooner than you know it. What was the other one? He'll be back sooner than later. He'll be fit. He'll be ready before the end of the year. That's the one I was hearing all this while. So I mean, it's anyone's guess at this moment how soon he's going to be back, and if his rumors before this were anything to go by, I would honestly right now I think the focus shouldn't be on Solanke. Yes, I would very much welcome him. He will be a great addition to be able to rotate with Kolo Muani and Richarlison, both of whom are scoring goals. But if and when he gets back, I think that's entirely up to him. It was heartening to see both Dragoshin and Madison back on grass training with the rest of the team. But I think to be safe, if I were Solanke, I'd wait after Christmas or even till next year before he comes back, because I wouldn't want to rush him in just for the sake of having someone to rotate, if that means aggravating whatever he has. And if he does come back, I really welcome him with open arms, and I can't wait to see what he has to offer. Now that Richarlison and Kolo Muani are scoring, if anything, now that you talked about Solanke, I would like to draw your attention to Destiny Udogie, which I think should be under the spotlight, and whether or not we should be getting a like for like, not exactly a like for like replacement, but a backup for him in a few weeks' time when the January transfer window opens. I think that would be the bigger priority here, Ms. Kate.
Yeah.
Having said that, back to you.
Yeah, I agree. And Jimbo, are you pleased to see Solanke's Instagram? And we've been saying we think he'd be one of the most improved under Thomas Frank. It'd be nice to actually be able to see him.
Well, yeah, if he's going to be the most improved or not, it'd just be nice to see him on the pitch, Kate, under Frank, and see what Frank can get out of him, because I think he's a massive part of this team. I mean, a lot of people don't think that we should sell him. I don't agree with that. I think that he could be a big player for us under Frank, and the sooner he comes back, the better. The sooner the Madders comes back, the better. As soon as Kulu comes back, the better, as far as I'm concerned. You're looking at a different team with them three back, right? And as I say, I've said on here many times, do some good business in the January and summer window. All of a sudden, we look like a proper squad that could challenge for stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But you need to have now a few windows where we weed out some of the not so stronger players. Well, I'm not going to say shit players. I'm going to say not so stronger players, and bring in some top players.
Yeah. I think we're seeing this season, but we shall see. The rumour mills and everyone thinks they know what's going on. Let's just wait and see. But it's positives. And talking of positives, the first match of the weekend it made me laugh. It's just come up on Sky Sports that Enzo Maresca was given the manager of the month for November. And ever since, I mean, he's lost 4 on the bounce, or not 1 in 4, which I find quite baffling. Would you swap Solanke for Mateta? I think I probably would. I like Mateta, but I'd rather have both. You want to know the truth? Get rid of Richarlison and have both. But first game of the weekend, Jimbo. I don't know if it's tomorrow. Is it 12:30 tomorrow? Let's have a look. No, it's 3:00. No 12:30 game. 3:00 tomorrow, Jim. Chelsea versus Everton.
Oh, I like the 12 when there's a 12:30 game.
I know. Well, there isn't one tomorrow, I'm afraid.
That means, I suppose, I ain't got to rush around so much.
Yeah, it is, Joey. It's a secret rule that they have to dress like bananas. But go on, Jimbo. Chelsea, Everton. How'd you see that going?
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 to Chelsea. Mr. Chang, what about yourself?
I think Chelsea will score 2, much like what Mr. Boxall predicted earlier. But I think it's going to be a tall order for Everton to even get a goal at Stamford Bridge. I know just how much David Moyes would like to get one over Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And Chelsea have been up and down in recent form, but this is that one game where I think they would like to try and keep a clean sheet if it helps their cause to try and get back at City. whom have overtaken them for second place. So, yeah, I will be sticking with my 2-0 prediction, Miss Kate. It's going to finish Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
I can tell you that Jimbo's done 2-1, Jess has done 2-1, and I've done 2-1 Chelsea. So we've all done Chelsea to win, but obviously we've done it a little bit tighter. The scores last week, I only got 5. Jess got 7, Chang got 8, and Jimbo, no, wrong. I got 5, Jess got 7, Jim got 8, Chang got 10. So the scores on the doors are Chang with 8, Jim with 87, Chang with 88, Jess with 90, and me with 96. So it's getting very close all of a sudden because I had a terrible week last week. But we shall see what happens this week. 1-1 says Ed. Luco says 2-1 Chelsea, same as us. Everton 2-0. Everton win 3-1, says Joey Barton. Wouldn't that be something? Twisted says 2-2. It is normally that when it gets announced that you're manager of the month, you lose the next game. So you could well be right there. And Everton are one of them teams you literally don't ever know.
What manager of the month?
I've no idea. I've literally no idea. When you've got the Glasner who's flying and Aston Villa.
We've had a better month than Chelsea.
I don't know how they work it out. I would have given it probably to Unai Emery, but there you go. What do I know? I'm just...
that's what I would have given it to as well.
Yeah. But anyway, we don't make it a rules. Then we've got the high-flying not Liverpool versus Brighton, Mr. Chang. First of all, before I ask you what you think the score will be, what do you make of Salah's comments?
When I first brought it up a week ago, when me and Senior Garcia were doing Jose and Chang at noon on a Sunday, I thought my first impression was that I thought it was very disrespectful for any one player to sort of come out and say that the whole world is against him, that his current employers haven't honored their word, that they've thrown him under the bus and such like. Regardless of what's going on behind the scenes, I think you should always put up a united front to show that regardless of what goes on behind the scenes, Liverpool Football Club are still very much whereabouts as far as the season's objective is concerned. And things like this should be settled behind closed doors. What he's doing is pretty much airing out his dirty laundry for everyone, for the whole world to see. For that matter, not just the Brits or the Europeans or even people on that half of the globe. So I think what he did was very much out of a spite for whatever misgivings he felt that has been dealt his way. And I hope there is an amicable situation, because the rumors that are coming out of social media, I'm not sure just how true some of these aggregators are when it comes to putting up this sort of things, but it's been reported that he will be sold next month in January as soon as the transfer window opens. That is assuming that his valuation is met by whichever club is interested in acquiring him. The rumors are that he's going to be going to the Middle East in Saudi, but with that kind of attitude, with the way he's handling this right now, I think it's going to be a bit of a double-edged sword, whoever wants to sign him. So yeah, I mean, whatever is going on behind the scenes, as I said earlier, I think it's only proper that you do it discreetly. And that's the one thing that I think has been sorely missing with the way players are handling their private affairs right now. Discretion. That is such like a taboo right now. Discretion amongst not only footballers, sportsmen. Yeah, I can only see this ending rather badly for Salah. Having said that, back to you.
Sportsman, not Scotsman.
It's just come up on Sky Sports that they've got a meeting today, Slot and Salah, and Slot's come out and said there's no reason that I don't want him to stay. So they're going to have a meeting. He said the meeting today will show what's going to happen tomorrow.
Joey's saying Brighton to win 4-2. Wayne Bonner saying 3-0. Twisted and Luco are both saying 1-1. Ben Bryant saying 2-1 to Brighton. Wayne says Salah needs to understand her part. He's part of a team, and that team doesn't revolve around him. Yeah, and big up Benji. Did his first 6 a.m. station run this morning for Mick. That's an experience, I'm sure. I'm sure it was.
He did his first what?
Station run in the car because he's passed his driving test, didn't he? So.
Oh, all right. Well done, Ben. Have you got the P on there, Ben?
Yeah, you have to have a P, don't you, to say that you just passed?
You have to have it, yeah.
Oh,
I think it's a courtesy thing to let people know you've just passed. I don't think it's mandatory.
Do you know what, Joey? It happened with Torres as well, that used to play for Liverpool. People mess with their hair. Yeah, look, Chang's had a haircut and all Jim's had a haircut, and they go all funny. But anyway, yeah, I can tell you, Jess has done Liverpool to win 2-1. I have done Liverpool to win 2-1. Jimbo, what are you doing for Liverpool, Brighton?
I'm going to say all this controversy, right, is going to bring Liverpool to the forefront, and they're going to galvanise together. And I'm going to say a 3-1 to Liverpool.
3-1.
I think people need to understand with Liverpool, right? I think Liverpool are getting a lot of stick of how bad they are, and they've not become a bad team overnight. They're just a bit
disjointed.
They're just a bit disjointed in a minute, and when they click together, back together, they're going to start moving up that table. What did Ben say? You don't need a P. I am putting one on.
No, I'm not putting one on.
Oh, I'm not.
No.
Yeah,
look.
I think if you have one on, Ben, it just gives people a little bit of when this guy's just passed, we give him a bit of leeway.
Yeah, but they don't know. People are arseholes. They just think, oh, he's just passed. Yeah, but you don't drive.
You would as well.
No, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't you?
No. I'd think, oh, bloody hell, I'm stuck behind someone that's just passed.
Oh, well, that's mean.
Well, I am mean.
Everybody's got to pass at some time if they're going to drive.
Yeah, but I'm a bitch. Everyone knows that. So, I don't want to disappoint people by being nice. The thing is with Salah's point, I think he's got a point, but it's the way you do it. And I think it came across as an egotistical, entitled little brat the way he did it. That's my personal.
What's he say? I kind of go back to that last one. I kind of see Salah's point. He was finding a bit of form and got dropped when Kanate kind of say, yeah, I get that. But he shouldn't have come out and said what he said. He should have just kept it behind closed doors. I'm going to spoke to his manager man to man. That's what I would have done. I mean, I don't understand why they need to air it out in public.
Yeah, attention seeking.
I'm not in Essex. It makes you a target.
Yeah. So, Mr. Chang, we've got a 2-1, 3-1, 2-1. What are you saying?
I think Liverpool are good for the 2 goals, especially at home. Despite, I think, Salah probably missing out now that he's been given a cold shoulder. For the visitors, I think, much like Everton, it's going to be a tall order for them to score, which is why I will be sticking with my 2-0 prediction, which I sent you about 3 hours earlier at about 10 a.m. This would be my 2nd consecutive 2-0 home win for Match Week 15, Miss Kate.
Okay, so we've got everyone's predicting a Liverpool win. Next up, we've got Burnley versus Fulham. I can tell you I fancy Fulham to beat Burnley 2-1. Jess fancies Fulham to beat Burnley 2-1. Mr. Chang fancies Fulham to beat Burnley 2-1. Mr. Jimbo, what do you fancy?
I think I'm going to go with a 2-2.
Ah, you broke the code, Jim. You broke the code. 2-2. I mean, Burnley are better at home, but I just got a feeling Fulham will do them. I mean, Joey Barton says 3-1 Fulham. Wayne says 3-1 Fulham.
Joey Barton says 3-1 Burnley, Kate.
3-1 Burnley, sorry. 3-1 Fulham. Burnley 2-1 says Twisted. Ed says the same as us, 2-1 Fulham. And Ben says 2-0 Fulham. Yeah, I just got a feeling that Fulham will do them. I think they're a better team.
They do them. They're not a right hard pitch. They're going to do them.
Yeah, can do them, innit? It was me thinking about learner drivers then, and my aggression come out. Mr. Chang, then we've got the scum up the road, the filth, at home to Wolves, which of course we'd all love for them to slip up because they're now only 2 points clear at the top of the table. Do you see any possibility of them dropping points?
I mean, if my code of honor and if my my standards are anything to go by, I'm certainly hoping that Wolves do what they did to us at home by getting a point in North London, and that's why I'm sticking with my draw prediction. Although I'm not going to lie, I was somewhat hoping that we wouldn't be doing today's show so that I can get what is possibly this is arguably the most, or rather, this game is possibly the foregone conclusion for match week 15. You could say that it's almost a given that they'll get a home win. But yeah, as what I said earlier, my code of ethics prevents me from ever forecasting or predicting a Woolwich win, which is why I'm going to stick to my guns and go for a 1-0 draw. It's going to finish one apiece between Woolwich and Wolverhampton Wanderers.
2 things, Chang, just so you know, it's week 16. We're actually a week ahead. The funny thing is, Chang, if you haven't noticed, if we don't do a show and he just sends his predictions over, he always does Arsenal to win. But when he's live, he won't do it. So Joey Barton saying Wolves lose by 4. Ben saying 4-0 Arsenal. 2-1 Wolves, last minute winner, says Wayne. 3-0 Twisted. You have took the words right out of my mouth. That is the scoreline I have done. 3-0 to the filth. Wolves are on course for getting 5 points overall. So if they do happen to get anything from Arsenal, if they happen to beat them, that'll be their predicted points for the rest of the season done. And Jesse has gone for a 3-1 Arsenal win. Ed saying 5-0 to the Goons, and Joey saying, imagine if Wolves do win. That will be immense. Jimbo, what do you fancy?
12-0.
12-0.
I think it's got to be at least 4 in it. I mean, watching them the other day. I mean, I've watched them a few times this season, and I thought, God, they should have got a point out of that, or should have nicked that game. They've thrown that game away. But when I watched them the other day, they are dire. I'm sorry, but I think my Arsenal are going to rip them a new one. 4-0.
4-0.
But if they beat the record of the Premiership of scoring of goals, it wouldn't surprise me. They're going to rip them to pieces, I think.
Big up, Nick. Lazy Eights in the house saying 1-0 Wolves. Loving the optimism, Nick. Good to see you, my love. Palace are always a good bet against City. Completely agree, Paul. Good to see you. This is the next game. I think this is an absolutely just such a difficult game to predict because Palace have played so well. Their manager is wonderful. And then you've got City who have now smelling blood from the old Gooners. Jimbo, what do you think for this one?
3-1 City.
So you're not giving Palace much chance?
Well, I think City are going to really go on a run now.
Okay. Is that
I think City struggled to keep clean sheets, didn't they? But so I think I'm going to give Palace a goal. But I mean, if City are flowing, they score at will, don't they?
Yeah. Ed saying 2-2. Wayne saying 3-2 Palace. 2-1 Palace. 1-1 from the Palace fan Twisted. Chang, what are you fancying for this one?
I fancy the winner of this game to wind up above the team that they are going to beat. If City win this game, I think they will definitely, finish above Palace, and they'll be challenging Woolwich all the way to the title. But if Palace do win this game, then the momentum swings their way, and it would not surprise me one bit if Palace finish within the top 3 if they are to be able to win this game, which is why I'm still backing City to be winning the Premiership this season. And this would be my first of 5 2-1 away predictions for match week 16. It's going to finish Palace 1, City 2.
Yeah. Jess has done the same. Palace 1, City 2. Yeah, Arsenal have got 10 first team injuries or something, or 10 injuries, and Rice apparently has this flu, which is rife at the minute. I've gone for a 2-2 draw, sitting on the fence. I just don't know which way this is going to go. If City play like they played, who was it we watched, and they were sublime, and Haaland was brilliant, Phil Foden was brilliant. It was a game the other day. Fulham, when they were 5-1 up, they were playing brilliant. I know it ended up 5-4, 3-0 against Sunderland. They've been playing some brilliant football, but I just think Palace with Glasgow have just got something about them. So I am going to go for the draw. But I sincerely hope that City win. Nottingham Forest versus Spurs. Absolutely gutted that this game is happening without Ange Postecoglou in charge at Forest. I was so looking forward to him coming back. I'm not going to lie. But we have instead got Sean Dyche, which is not the easiest to play against. I don't think this is going to be a particularly easy game, Jimbo. What are you thinking for this one?
3-0 Spurs.
Fake. Any reason why?
Because I think we're going to kick their arse for all the bollocks they give us with their fat manager and that tosspot that said he wanted to come and then backtrack because he was scared of fucking Macaroni, whatever his name is. And I just think Spurs are going to give him a good beating and say this is what you've missed. I've
got to be honest and say that if we do lose to Forest, I'm not going to be going on the terrace with Wolfie anytime soon because he'd be unbearable. Eddie's saying Tottenham will win 2-1. Twisted saying Spurs will win 3-1. Wayne Bonner has gone one better than Jimbo, said 4-0. And Ben Bryant, the Gooner, has gone 2-2. Mr. Chang, Forest Spurs, what do you fancy?
Again, this is going to be a hard game to call. I know we've had the 8 hours rest.
It is a hard game to call.
It's an easy game to call. Spurs are going to kick their ass.
Yeah, if you live in the clouds, it's dead easy. But go on, Mr. Chang, ignore him.
Yeah, I think this is still going to be a difficult game to call. Yes, we've had 2 days rest, seeing as Forest just played last night away on their travels, but they were still able to get the win. I think it was the Europa League. Yeah, they won the Europa League, so they got an away win. But we've had a full 48 hours rest, which is why I'm still predicting us to come out on top. But don't be surprised if when the score is tied at 1 apiece, the next team to score the next goal, when the scores are tied at 1 apiece, will go on to win the game. I just hope it's going to be us, which is why I'm backing us to win by 2-1. It's going to finish Forest 1, Spurs 2.
That's the same score. Oh no, Jess has done 3-1 Spurs. I don't know what to do for this. I think we'll win. I'm going to go 2-1 as well. I'm going to go 2-1 as well because I think it'll be tight. I think we'll go 1-0 down and then come back and win it. That's my personal opinion. But we shall see. We shall see. If we play like we know we can play, it could well be 3-0, but it's whether we turn up because we all know Tottenham, you never know what you're going to get. But this looks like it's going to be a absolute beaut of a game, a lovely derby between Sunderland and Newcastle, who, as we all know, absolutely despise one another. 2:00 on Sunday. This is the same time as the Spurs game, which is annoying.
You can have a bet on this game, but bet on yellow cards and red cards because I bet you a few. It's going to be a nasty game.
Chang, Sunderland flying high, Newcastle up and down like Tower Bridge, a bit like Spurs. How do you see this one going?
This was a difficult one to call. I was going to go for a draw, but I think Newcastle are still going to edge this one. Yeah, I will be sticking with my prediction of an away win, despite me suddenly now having second thoughts. But I'm not about to flip flop. I never have, and I hope I never will. So I will be going for an away win. This would be, I think, my 4th My 4 for 5, 2-1 away wins for Matrix 16 is going to finish Sunderland 1, Newcastle United 2.
Well, I've got to put my hands up and be honest and say I had flip-flopped because I had it down as a 2-2, but I've changed my mind and I've put 3-2 to Sunderland. I think they're going to nick it. I've just got a funny feeling that there'll be loads of goals. I think there'll be a sending off, minimum one. And I'm going to go Sunderland to nick it 3-2. And Jess has gone for a 2-2 draw.
What did you do the first time, Kate?
2-2 draw.
Well, I'll do 2-2.
You're such a knob. You are such a knob. Why? Why?
I fancy 2-2.
Honestly, you're such a dickhead. Ben Bryant's gone 2-0 Sunderland. And Twisty's gone 3-0 Newcastle. Wayne's gone 3-0 Sunderland. 1-0, says Ed. It's a real difficult game to call, but I've changed mine. I'm flip-flopping all over the place, and I don't care who knows it. Next up, we've got West Ham Villa, again, 2:00 on Sunday. Jimbo, what do you fancy for this one?
West Ham Villa.
Yeah.
I can't see nothing but a Villa win, if you want to know the truth. I think it's going to be tight because West Ham are definitely playing better under Nuno Espirito Santo. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Villa.
2-1 to Aston Villas. I can tell you Jess has done a 3-1 Aston Villa win. Mr. Chang, West Ham Villa.
Sorry, that'd be a good game.
What do you fancy?
Give me a call. I was also trying to justify if this could end up one apiece between West Ham and Villa. But the more I look at it, I think this would be Villa's game to lose, which is why this is my 5th and final 2-1 away win for Matrix 16. It's going to finish West Ham United 1, Aston Villa 2.
That's the same score as I've done as well. So me, you and Jimbo have done a 2-1 away win and Jesse's done a 3-1 away win. I just can't see West Ham getting anything from it. But I'm not sure if West Ham might score more than one goal. But I'm not changing. I flip-flopped once today. I'm not flip-flopping again. Then we've got Jesse's team, Leeds away to Brentford. And I can tell you exclusively that Jesse has backed Leeds to win 2-1 against Brentford. I have done Brentford to beat Leeds 2-1. So I've done the complete reverse of Jesse. Jimbo, Brentford, Leeds.
2-2.
2-2.
I think this will be a draw.
And Mr. Chang, what are you going with?
I'm going to go for a draw as well, despite Leeds having, I think they're having the form of their season right now. Absolutely no one saw Leeds coming back to draw against Liverpool, and their win against Chelsea was certainly something gladdening to see. That nothing can be taken for granted in this particular season. But much like Mr. Boxall, I will be going for another one, for another draw as well. Just not 2-2. It's going to finish one apiece between Leeds.
Yeah, look, it's such a difficult one. Ben Bryant says 2-2. Wayne Bonner's gone the same as me and said 2-1 Brentford. Ed's gone 2-2. Twisted's gone 2-2. It's like you say, Leeds, another team, they never seem to know when they're beaten. I've got so much respect for them, and I really hope they stay in the Premier League. The way they came back against teams, the way they never laid down and died, they've got real fight. And the people that are calling for Daniel Farke's heads, I think, need to give their head a wobble. I really do.
I think the Premiership's a better place with them, isn't it?
Yeah, they're one of the originals, aren't they? They're an OG. They should be in there. So I really hope they stay up, not just for Jess and the crew over there, but just because I like to see them in the Premier League. And then the final game, another Monday night kickoff for Manchester United. They are officially the Monday night team. They are at home to Bournemouth. What did they do their last game, Man United? Oh, they beat Wolves 4-1.
Yeah.
Mr. Chang, what do you fancy for United? These are a hard team to predict and all.
I think this is going to be a critical game in the United's season. If they have any sense about themselves, they will try and go all out for this win, just so they can get something out of this calendar year. It's not been particularly a pleasant year for United, having lost to us in the Europa League final, and Amarim has been under heavy immense pressure of late. But results seem to be going their way recently, and I really do hope this is one that goes their way as well. For my final match of match week 16, apologies for that.
Right.
For my match for the final match of match week 16, I'm going to go for a home win. It's going to finish United 2, Bournemouth 0.
Yeah, Bournemouth. So normally I would think Bournemouth would put up a decent fight, but they're a bad bit of form. I've done United to win 2-1, so a tight game. Same as Ben Bryant. Jess has also done United to win 2-1. Twisted saying United to win 4-1, and Ed saying Bournemouth to win 3-2.
Ben Bryant's done 2-1 to Bournemouth, Kate.
Oh, God, yeah. I just read it as the home. 2-1 Bournemouth. So there's two people that predicted Bournemouth to win. But they are running on. They've got some bad form at the minute. Jimbo, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to go with I kind of fancy Bournemouth.
I don't want to know about your sexual preferences. I just want to know what you think the score will be.
You know my sexual preferences, darling.
Oh. Come on, what's the score?
Chang's just choked on his drink.
Yeah, Chang's like, we don't need to hear this on a Friday.
You shouldn't have seen that, but I've got tea up my nose now. I inhaled when I should have swallowed. I inhaled when I swallowed, and now I got tea up my nose.
Jim's trying to kill Chang off. What do you fancy, Jimbo?
I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fancy Bournemouth to do them.
I think one thing we all know is that in the Premier League this year, anything can happen because there's been some crazy results and there's not really that much consistency. I would say you've got Arsenal, obviously the most consistent. Villa are finding some consistency now. Palace are pretty consistent, but everyone else, anything could happen. Benito says, bottoms up, Chang. I love that name. Benito Sotelo. Very nice. Twisted, I hope you're not being rude. Naughty and all that. But yeah, that concludes our week 16 Premier League predictions. Going to have lots more predictions because obviously the Christmas period's crazy, although I'm a little bit disappointed there's only one game on Boxing Day. I love Boxing Day football.
Who is it? Is it Man United?
I think it is, yeah. It is.
Is Boxing Day on a Monday by any chance?
No, it's a Wednesday.
Oh, right.
They're not showing yet who it is on Arsenal Palace is the December 23rd in the Carabao Cup, but it's not showing anything on the 24th yet. But let me look. I think it's Palace and someone. Let me have a look. Premier League.
Boxing Day is a Friday, Twisted has said.
Oh, it's Man United versus Newcastle at 8 p.m.
I thought it was United.
Yeah, Boxing Day's a Friday. It's 2 weeks today. Yes, Spurs can't ruin Christmas. Obviously, the darts started as well last night. Anyone that likes the PDC Christmas.
Well, I just want to wish Luke Littler, right, because I know this is his favourite channel, that he watches all the time. I just want to wish him the best of luck, and I want him to win it.
Yes, we do. I don't really watch darts, but I do like the Christmas darts. It always makes me feel Christmassy. And I remember going to this Circus Tavern. So there will be the darts on over Christmas as well. But we will be here every Friday with the predictions. Jessie, as confirmed, she'll be back next week. Anything else anyone wants to say? I was trying to look for Thomas Frank's press conference, but I don't think it's today because I can't find it. Or if it is today, it must be later. Because Alistair Gold's not covering it at the minute, so
it hasn't come up on Sky Sports, they're putting all the managers up.
Yeah, I think he must either be doing his later on today or tomorrow. I don't know. I was going to say something to you, Mr. Chang, and I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah, just get your thoughts quickly on Basuma. Obviously, been filmed again inhaling balloons.
I mean, some people never learn, and I guess that's why they say that a tiger can never change its stripes. That certainly is true for Bisuma. I mean, you can only get off once so often with infringements like this, and I think he has crossed the line of no return as far as his Spurs career is concerned. And if he's not careful, he might end up being another wrong one for all the wrong reasons. And yeah, I honestly can't see him playing for us ever again. Even in the most dire of circumstances where we are down to bare bones, I just can't see a way back for him. And the sooner he goes, the better, if it means freeing up space in our squad for an additional signing in a month's time from now. So, I mean, I had a lot of high hopes for him, especially the way he finished off last season that culminated in our Europa League win. But I mean, this is why life comes at you fast when you least expect it, or in his case, when you don't do something about it. And he only has himself to blame. Put it this way, he has been given ample chances to right his wrongdoings. And yeah, I wish him all the best of luck, and I would like to thank him for his services. But I mean, this is absolutely no way to conduct yourself behind the scenes and off the pitch. So thank you very much, Bisuma, for everything that you've done for us. But I think it's time to release you, much like Andombele. And yeah, I can honestly see us pushing the boat out now for a midfielder to replace him when the January transfer window opens. Having said that, back to you, Mr.
Yeah, so we are Tottenham TV reporting that we may extend his contract to try and get some money for him, which I think is ludicrous. Just get him out of the club. I don't give a shit about the money. Just get him out. He's an absolute waster to do that twice. Yes, the Circus Tavern, I went, it must be 23 years ago to the darts. It was nice when it was there. I don't take holiday all year, so having Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then the weekend off is going to be lovely. We shall be here Christmas Day doing a stream as well. Money ruins talent, yes. Big up
it doesn't ruin all talent. Some people keep their feet on the ground. I mean, I've read so much what people have said, the people that know Luke Littler and the people on the TV, what they say about him. And he seems to be really grounded. I mean, they said yesterday that he was waiting to be interviewed and they kept him waiting. And they said he was just so chilled. They could see him in the background, sitting, waiting. And they said he was just chilled. And he just seems such a nice kid, you know.
Yeah,
and,
he does.
I don't think it's gone to his head. I mean, he's become a multi-millionaire in a matter of 2 years. And he just seems normal to me, a normal kid playing darts. He says that it's not. He plays for the trophies, which is
Polar Express watch along. Oh my God! Don't start that again. We will be at Christmas Day doing something or another, probably waffling about nothing. Mr. Chang, what have you got lined up streaming wise?
Streaming wise, I think everything is going to be very tight for me come Sunday because I've got a double header. In a sense, I had to do about 2 shows in a space of 3 hours, starting at 10 a.m. Or I think it's 10:30. Yeah, at 10:30 on a Sunday morning, I will be on Hotel Cockerel doing yet another episode of Jose and Shang. Before we then switch over, the both of us, me and Senor Garcia, to do the pre-match pump-up over on Real Tottenham TV for our away game against Forest. And yeah, that's all I have lined up in the next 48 hours come Sunday. And I really do hope it's going to be a cracker of a Sunday to build upon our back-to-back wins over Brentford and Slavia Praha. Having said that, thank you as always, Ms. Kate, Mr. Boxer, for having me on the Perfect Match. Always a pleasure to be back on. And come on, you Spurs.
Exactly. Always a pleasure to have you on, Chang. We are not doing the pump up this week. Jose is hosting, and as Chang just said, he's one of the guests. I think Dermot's on. I think maybe Colin. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's at 12:30 on Sunday. Jim and I are not doing streams this weekend, which will be nice. We've got visitors over. So listen, everyone, have a great weekend. Enjoy the football. There's lots of it. Cheer on Wolves, cheer on City, and most of all, cheer on the mighty Spurs. Jimbo, do you want to end the show as only you can?
Of course I do. European champions. Of course I want to. Still got a nice few months left of being European champions. Let's milk it. European champions. Well, we're going to go up to the Forest and we're going to absolutely kick their ass, smash them all over the park, 3-0. Wolfie's going to be fucking crying, drinking his own tears, and we are going to smash them 100%. I cannot see us in any way whatsoever losing to Forest. We are the better team. Come on, you Spurs. I'm not going to swear.
You've sworn twice already. You might as well have said it.
Oh, come on, you fucking Spurs.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins like in the onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mix and transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny, stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match.